Alright, almost done. Yay, yay. And you can see the time, 18 hours and 27 minutes for this cycle. Alright, so this screen is asking, do I need more dry time? So I'm going to get the machine shut down, open the drain hose, release the vacuum so we can check what we got. Looks pretty good. So I'm going to take these trays and put them on the stove and I will bring you back. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so this is what we got. 4 trays. I'm trying to break these big clumps so I can make sure that they're dry on the inside. Yeah, they're all good. So it doesn't need any more dry time. That's awesome. So now, immediately after taking these out of the freeze dryer, I'm going to drain the freeze dryer because I have some chicken to go in there and do the exact same process with some chicken. But the jars that I had in the oven that were baked at 250 degrees for about an hour yesterday, I'm going to put this ground beef in this jar and vacuum seal it. So let me get that done and I'll bring you back and we'll see what we got. Alright, so I ended up with 2 half-gallon jars of freeze-dried ground beef. So I'm cleaning the top of the jar with a dry paper towel. You don't want any moisture. And I'm going to take these to my vacuum sealer and I'm going to vacuum seal them. So let's go do that. Alright, here we go. So this is my vacuum sealer attachment for the wide mouth jar, and I have the hose connected to my vacuum sealer. So put that on here, turn this on. Yep, there's that one. One more. There's that one. So, there you go. So this is 10 pounds of ground beef that is cooked. And I did not put any seasoning in the ground beef when I cooked it. I prefer to season it when I use it. So it's vacuum sealed, and I'll put a ring on it and it'll go in my pantry. And then the bell pepper that I was working on, it'll go in the dehydrator. Now, some of you may say, well, why don't you put your bell pepper and your onion in your freeze dryer? You absolutely can do that. The problem is my freeze dryer is running. I just did the ground beef, and I have chicken that will go into the freeze dryer. So while that's freeze drying, these will go in the dehydrator. It's 6 one way, half a dozen the other with the bell pepper, onion, and celery. I like it both ways. On the other hand, I prefer my meat freeze dried instead of dehydrated. I don't like the texture and taste of it after it's dehydrated as opposed to freeze drying. So this in about, you can take this ground beef and about a half a cup is a serving size. So there's a lot of ground beef there, and the chicken will be the same way. So I was listening to the news this morning on the local Channel 10 news out of Miami, and they're saying that in the Bahamas there is a hotel there that is taking in refugees, but this hotel only has 3 days of food on hand. Can you imagine being in that situation and not having access to food? It's common sense that you need to prepare for whatever comes your way. 3 days of food on hand is not enough, in my opinion. National guidelines have now changed. They are now 7 days. Even that is not enough. So there are ways to prepare food to have on hand that doesn't need refrigeration. The other night we were talking in the Discord server in a private chat about the different ways that we prepare food, the different ways that we prepare in general for whatever comes our way. And if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link below to PrepperX's Patreon, which is how you get access to that private server, if you're interested. So it's a very private environment, and we talk about serious issues. So I'm going to continue get these bell peppers in the dehydrator and get my onions sliced up for them to go in the dehydrator, get my chicken cooked for it to go in the freeze dryer. So I have a setup outside with the All-American canner that PrepperX bought me, because the size of the All-American canner, this space is not enough. It's a huge beast, can I tell you. So I've got an area set up outside, and I'll bring you along for that at a later time. So I hope that you enjoyed this and can get some ideas. And prepare, people, prepare. So that's it for me, and until next time, I'll see you later.